All right, and we're live. And let me just make sure this is going out okay on the old YouTubes. And okay, so we don't I don't think we even have any viewers yet, but that's somewhat to be expected, as I don't believe anyone's really subscribed to this channel yet. So what's going on here? How this morning at my day job, I was a thought hit me. I have a second channel I completely forgot about. I set this up, I don't know, 2 years ago, some shit like that, thinking that I was going to do game reviews on here. And I never did the game reviews because I don't know how to do fucking videos because I'm stupid like that. And again, I don't know what I'm doing. That's why I stream. And I mean, the only reason I have animated videos up is because Luke does them. So I just thought, holy shit, I have this second channel. Well, fuck. Um, I guess I could stream here. Now, obviously, not as many people are subscribed to this because nobody knew it existed. And indeed, I had forgotten it existed for a couple of years too. By the way, the little logo there, that's some artwork from Jennifer Dahl. Greatly appreciate that. She was kind enough to, for free, even supply me artwork for a project I probably abandoned when it was too hard. But yeah, here I am. Here I am streaming to an audience of basically no one right now because no one knows this channel exists. But hopefully people will be able to catch it, and this will be where I move the Saturday streams to. I don't want to have to piggyback on other people's channels, so we'll just do this. You all should still subscribe to Luke and Matt Forney's channels and all that. They have good content. Luke especially does not get enough subscribers. But this will be where I will be for the foreseeable future. I wish I could have let people know on the YouTube channel so that they're subscribed, but I can't even upload a video right now because Mike Enoch fanboys struck me with strikes. Actually, somebody even linked me to a thread on the buttstuff.jizz forum where one of them was talking about, I hate this guy, Bechtloff, he's irrelevant, but something has to be done about him. Which, okay, that's sound logic right there. But anyways, here I am streaming once again. And as of right now, we got one viewer. Six people subscribed to this channel. All right. So I did want to actually talk about a few things. A couple of interesting things. So we got the doxing of Ricky Vaughn. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about Channel Awesome is apparently imploding even further. I mean, how many times can you hear Channel Awesome is imploding and wonder like how much further can it go? But I don't even know what really the story is, but all of a sudden everyone's talking about it. Like everyone is talking about, oh look, Channel Awesome's. I mean, is Channel Awesome even fucking still up? I mean, what if I go? What is it? That guy with glasses.com. Even take you there? Okay. TGWTG.com doesn't work anymore. I'm not sure if it ever did. I thought that was one of the site names, or it would at least redirect you to Channel Awesome. Oh, we got a Channel Awesome. Well, we got some Cinnamon Snob up on the front, which I'm kind of surprised he's still there. Let's see. Nostalgia Critic. What the hell? Okay, so there was a Gravity Falls Rick and Morty crossover. I didn't know that existed. What the? Oh no, it's just some fan thing I think somebody made. I guess. I don't know. I'm just looking at the videos on Channel Awesome there. All right. So yeah, I don't know exactly what's happening. There's some Google document that's supposedly like inside dirt or something, but I don't know. It's like a million pages of autism, and I can't be bothered to read it. Like I wish somebody would give a synopsis. Like somebody give me the too long didn't read. The TLDR on it. Let's see what else we got. I did want to talk about Ricky Vaughn's boxing, doxing, and YouTube shooter. Obviously, I have no sympathy for anyone working for Google in general that was shot. Fuck them all. This is one of the most vile fucking companies in the history of this nation. Let's see what else we got here. There's something else I want to talk about. And bring up what the fuck it was. I know, dead air. Terrible. Let's see. Oh, fight Luke in here. See if he wants to hop in. Gotta admit, it's miss having the crutch of the chat. Okay, so you know, when there's only 3 people that know you're even fucking streaming because nobody subscribed to you. Ooh, Nightwing fan. Okay, so Nightwish fan says, "Can I hop in and discuss Channel Awesome? Or you want to keep the live? Oh, by all means, please do, because I don't fucking know. Are you on the Skype? Do I have you on Skype? I don't know which one you are on Skype. Message me on Skype, and I'll bring you in because I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. I'll reply to him on Gab even. Oh, there was that's right. That's the other article I wanted to talk about. Bring this article up. Oh, he's got Breakpoint sucking Martin Luther King's dick. Okay. So, Nightwish fan says I'm trying to message me on Skype. Just message me on Skype. What do you? I don't know. Can I DM somebody even if I'm not following them? I'll shoot it to you on Gab. I think I can DM you even though I'm not following you. Boom. There you go. You just got sent the Hangout link on Gab. In your private messages. Because, yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on with the Channel Awesome implosion. I have no idea. I mean, other than the fact that it's been imploding for years now. Beyond that, I couldn't tell you. Let's see.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey. So yeah, Skype's being weird. I don't know why Skype always hates me.
Yeah, this is this brand new channel that someone you've never heard of.
Yeah. So I got the tabs open, and I'm going to be going through all this in the next couple of days because whenever there's a car crash, I like going through all of it to analyze everything. Basically, what it's looking like is shit just finally hit the fan to where a bunch of current and former contributors just walked out. Like former and the former contributors walked out and just left, and previous contributors are now just spilling the beans on everything we've had.
Well, I heard Linkara walked out.
Yeah, when Linkara leaves, you know shit has hit the fan. So basically, again, I'm going through the Google document now, and basically there is a short version that I can post to you, a too long didn't read version, but basically because someone took the Google document is basically just a compilation, because apparently this all just happened on Twitter and people were just spilling beans left and right on Twitter, and people finally just compiled it into a Google document because Twitter's terrible at archiving things. So
yeah, I'm not allowed on Twitter, so.
Well, I don't have one. I'm pretty sure I'd be banned in like 15 minutes. So basically, it's nothing we don't necessarily know. Like, it's nothing new. It's just more detailed confirmation about the mismanagement, the people sleeping with people, the just meanness back and forth because it was a terrible social club of like ins and outs and cliques. And
it was a bunch of autistic nerds that suddenly got to feel like the cool kids.
Yeah.
And boy, did that power go to their head.
So it's just more confirmation on that. There are details of sexual harassment, but again, this day and age, take that with a grain of salt. This could be a bunch of people just trying to get Me Too paychecks on the way out. But to be fair, this has been going on for years, even before Me Too. So some of these may be true, but some of them may be not. So it's basically just a bunch of
interesting. I just saw Pat the NES Punk. He does like a podcast with his buddy, and his buddy is actually insufferable. But he cuts the podcast up into little segments by topic and throws them up as little 5 to 10 minute videos. And there was one on Channel Awesome's implosion, and that's what piqued my interest. I'm like, why is Pat talking about Channel Awesome? And he didn't mention anything about this Google Docs. He just sort of talked about everyone's talking about the implosion and then mentioned his personal experience with him. Apparently back in 2009, Pat the NES Punk wanted to join Channel Awesome because back then it was still beneficial to do so, even for someone of Pat's YouTube size. Well, bear in mind, I mean, even back in 2009, Pat was still, he was a reasonably big deal. I mean, he's had crossovers with AVGN and shit like that. He's actually good friends with AVGN, with James Rolfe. And he sent in his body of work, and somebody got back to him and said, "Oh, I don't think you're good enough for this site. Let us get back to us after you've had more practice," or some bullshit like that. And he goes like, you know, he said something back to them, and they just respond like, "Why are you still talking to us? We already rejected you."
Yeah, I saw that podcast, and yeah, that's actually how I found out. Because again, I'm the kind of guy when I see a 50 car pileup, I'm like, what is this? So then I immediately took to Google and was like trying to find all the information I can find on it. So like I said, I'm going to be going through all this in the next couple of days. But basically, it's just kind of this being spilled. But like I said, with the sexual harassment stuff, that one is a very take that one with a grain of salt, because even Lindsay Ellis is coming out talking about stuff when we know her track record.
Oh yeah, I mean somebody wore a Trump hat near her or something, and she'd scream rape.
Yeah,
I mean, the hell with her.
Which is go on.
But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to see. You know, I mean, you keep saying like, how is this site surviving? I mean, you keep wondering like, how has it not already died?
Oh, I made the joke when I saw implosion. I'm like, was this like the fourth?
Yeah, I mean, how many more implosions can you have until it's a black fucking hole?
Well, what tipped me off was Linkara leaving. At that point, I'm like, okay, no, this is definitely because Linkara, I figured, was going to stay until literally everything was ashes. But apparently, even he decided to go. Which it was funny because YouTube channel Down the Rabbit Hole, he's going to be doing a live stream discussing the whole.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, he's going to be discussing the whole Channel Awesome drama in a bit on his live stream tonight. So I'm going to be watching that. Which he actually did just release a live video on Noah, and I didn't know this. I didn't know Noah was permanently banned off Twitter. I thought he just got like a slap on the wrist suspension.
No, he was banned. Everybody, they don't even really do much of the slap on the wrist shit anymore. They just fucking suspend you. No warning, none of that shit. Yeah, people just fucking flat out get suspended left and right on Twitter. I don't know what the hell Twitter's doing.
How has Noah survived? I'm surprised Noah hasn't killed himself, because wasn't Twitter like his only escape route? because he wasn't making
well,
videos.
he doesn't have the balls. Is the biggest thing holding that back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how the fuck he survives financially. I mean, he's getting, 500 some odd on Patreon. You round up maybe all the expenses to an even 1,000 if you're being generous. $1,000 a month is what you're living on.
That just frustrates me. Here you have a guy with talent that was basically handed an opportunity and he just squandered it.
Well, I mean, he's when it comes to character, he's an absolute shitbag.
Oh yeah.
I mean, talented or not, and even charming or not, he is a dirtbag. There's no getting around it.
So yeah, I thought I'd at least discuss and fill you in on the what I know so far. Like I said, I'm going to be going through, but from what I've seen, that's the basis I could give you of everything that's been happening with the channel. Awesome stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like I saw the Google Docs and then I clicked on it and I saw this giant fucking wall of text. Yeah. And I just thought, like, I have so many other things I'd rather read. Like, I have actual books I can go upstairs and read if I'm going to sit down and try and. Like, I got Jordan Peterson's new book if I want to sit down and read.
Yeah, there is supposed. I'll find the condensed version and send it to you because they do have a condensed version. But like me, I like going through all the, just okay, what can I find? So again, that I thought I'd fill you in on that. So I'm gonna hop off now and let you discuss the rest of them.
All right, have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
Well, this kind of answers a question for me because I got 4 viewers here, and again, I don't expect to have my usual amount of viewers because this channel, nobody knew this channel existed until I just announced it this evening, and also I didn't even know this. I didn't even remember this channel existed until this morning. But the point is, what I find interesting here is this sort of answers a question to me of how much viewership for a stream is brought to me by Gab and Facebook. Because I put this out on both, and I don't really get anybody coming my way. That makes me wonder how useful Gab and Facebook are to this. Let's see. Okay, short version. You're sending me a short version of all that crap. All right. Oh, pardon me. Let's see. The Ricky Vaughn docs. I did want to talk about that. Let me bring up sometime here. So Ricky Vaughn, if you don't know, if you've been on Twitter and then later on Gab, he was one of the major social media focuses, social media forces during the Trump election, and I've always liked his thoughts on stuff. So what ends up happening is Paul Nealon, who's running for Senate, he apparently doxes Ricky Vaughn on Gab, puts his real name out there, all that shit. Oh, pardon me. No. And everyone's running their mouth about, well, Ricky Vaughn's subversive. He deserved it. All these alt-writers. And I don't really see where he's subversive beyond. I mean, he advocates that the alt-right needs to change tactics, not beliefs, tactics. And I mean, he advocates things that even like fucking Andrew Anglin over at the Daily Stormer has agreed to, agrees with. But no, he's subversive, so we're gonna declare war on him. And Cantwell is one of the main supporters on doxing him. And like I said before, I like Cantwell. I find I have more and more disagreement with him as he's moving further down this rabbit hole. But I like the guy personally. I don't know him tremendously well. I've only chatted with him on social media a bit, but like I said, I don't have any ill will towards the guy. That said, though, I can't imagine how anyone. Oh, he was subversive. How so? Well, he criticized the alt-right. That was it. fucking, he had critiques. Stop dressing like an idiot Nazi and fucking. I don't know. The more I thought about it today, it's like I am just fucking embarrassed that I was even remotely associated with these group of people. And it's not, even about political views. It's just about the caliber of men these guys are. So many of them. They're as cringy as the men's rights activists to me anymore. Somebody in the chat says he advocated they grow up and restrain their childish impulses. Many of the alt-tards are in the movement so they can act out. And probably right. I don't want anything to do with it anymore. I really, really, really don't want anything to do with it anymore. Uh-oh, looks like I got Luke in here.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Luke, welcome to the new channel.
Nice little design you got going here.
Yeah, I was going to do game reviews here a million years ago. And Jennifer Dahl did the little icon there.
Well, we need to overhaul the studio now.
Feel free to tweet this out, though, because, no one knows about it. This is just kind of a test run, but this will be where I'll do the Saturday show then.
All right.
I can't do super chats because, there's no way I can get this channel. By the time I'd be able to get this channel monetized, I'd be able to, in theory, go back to my old one. Assuming, fucking Mike Enoch fanboys don't strike again. Oh, Lordy.
Alrighty.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah, so land shark, yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I can't fucking stand being associated with some of these movements anymore. And to the extent I ever was, nobody really gives a fuck about me. But I don't know.
Well, it's better not to be associated with them anyway. If it would have been nice if if everyone in the movements were like Ryan Falk or Jared Taylor or even more sensible or just data focused. It would have been nice, but unfortunately, these movements, I guess, these dissident movements attract the worst elements because they were just, well, they're kind of kicked out of mainstream movements for a reason.
I don't know with this Ricky Vaughn docs. Maybe someone can show me where Ricky Vaughn's actually done something to deserve this, but I haven't seen anything, and it just strikes me as cult-like behavior. And it's like I just don't want any part of it. I don't want any fucking part of it.
Let's see.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, like I said, I want no fucking part of it. Somebody says I'm subscribed, you nerd. Yeah, pass this around. Not that many people know about it. So let's take a look at some cringe, shall we? At least I think it's cringe. Over on breakpoint.org, we have Remembering MLK. Is it Martin Luther King Day or some shit? I thought that was on Mondays. But today of all day, is this his birthday or some shit? Everybody's talking about him all of a sudden online. That was April 4th. Okay. Okay, April 4th is the anniversary of his death. Luke, I can't hear you if you're trying to talk. And every once in a while, I hear It sounds like you're trying to say something. Yeah, I can't hear you if you're trying to talk.
I forget I'm using 2 different microphones.
Oh. Okay, so this is a commentary from. I think I got an echo on your end there or something.
Yeah, Martin Luther King Jr. Day is on the January 21st. So I'm not sure what today is.
Yeah, this is apparently the anniversary of when he was gunned down. That's why.
That's what that is.
And it's interesting to see all these evangelical leaders like sucking his dick when this man was guilty of all the same level of screwing around that they want to crucify Trump for. Like Martin Luther King, regardless of what you think of him, left a string of bastard children all across this country. Like everywhere. But evangelical leaders will never bring that up because, sadly, evangelical leaders are just, well, the white ones anyways, are just so fucking desperate to prove that they're not racist. Luke, I really can't hear you. I keep hearing like little bits that either sound like an echo or you're trying to talk into the mic.
That's weird. You shouldn't be able to hear me at all.
Okay, yeah. It's like little bits of echo or something I'm hearing. It sounds like you're trying to talk and it's not going through. Let's see what else I want to talk about. And yeah, folks, this is going to be the channel for the next 3 months or so. So go ahead and subscribe to this, like, comment, all that bullshit. And you know, if you appreciate the content I put out, do check out the PayPal, Patreon, Amazon wishlist, all that shit down there.
Testing. Is this me?
There you are.
All right, we're back in business.
Sweet. But says he lives. Yep, Bechtloff resurrected here.
Let's have some fun with some funny clips.
What the hell else did I want to bring up?
And this is actually relevant to Martin Luther King.
You know, there's some black fucking bull that's just filling her with cock meat, giving her the real fuck she deserves. Some big black bull just filling her with cock meat.
That never gets old.
But yeah, we are so eager to try to prove, like, well, at least white evangelicals. I mean, this is the part where being blue-pilled is kind of a problem because no one wants to challenge the narrative, and no one can. I guess it is a question of why blue pill people don't challenge narratives. I guess because as far as they know, Martin Luther King did nothing wrong.
Yeah, of course he was just a saint. It's like, yeah, I have a dream is a very pretty speech, but I'm not going to act like this man wasn't a communist with a string of bastard children. And I get it. I get the, you know, trust me, I've been staring the uglier aspects of white nationalism in the face a little bit here the last few days. And I get not wanting to be that. But there's also, you need to face the realities of race too. You know, like race is real and it matters. You know, read a Colin Faraday book sometime. Where it says because they're afraid of losing their reputations and suffering ruin.
Who does that? Who calls somebody by their first, middle, and last name? Isn't that kind of weird? Isn't that kind of culty? He's not. Oh, Luke, have you seen that? Have you seen that video of the like all the local news stations
talking about like fake news, and then they're all like, "This is dangerous to our democracy." Shit.
This is dangerous to our democracy. Democracy.
Oh my God. It's just like they're all reading the same script. It's like, this is dangerous to our democracy. We are the Borg. Lower your shields. Escort us to Sector 001.
And they're all local channels. They're all the local affiliates of the bigger channels too.
Well, I mean, I have friends that have worked a little bit in local radio and local television in their areas, and they've told me it's perhaps even more vile than on the national stuff. Oh, and Ralph did a great video too. Speaking of vile media personalities, on Mundane Matt's desperate quest to get a blue check mark on Twitter.
Oh, what happened? I didn't see that.
So Matt has been for years desperately trying to get his blue check mark. That's his fucking white whale, and he is Ahab.
By now, I mean, shouldn't the blue check go to like any liberal mouth who's been around for a while?
Well, it goes. Twitter does give out the blue check mark to very, very conservative people and all. I mean, like Mark Dice got it, kind of thing. Milo had it before he fucking got banned. The blue check mark is meant to be a statement of relevancy. More, it's about being relevant. Hell, fucking Ethan Ralph has it. In theory, the blue check mark is Twitter has verified that this is actually this person, and the original idea of it was they give it out to like celebrities and shit who would be impersonated a lot. So in other words, if you see a tweet by Bruce Willis, for example, you know it's Bruce Willis's official fucking Twitter account.
Right.
That's the idea behind the blue check mark. Matt wants it so fucking bad, right? So fucking bad. And so Ralph Retort did a little video where he showed for a couple of years now, Matt's been having a boner about this. Well, just recently, in the wake of the YouTube shooting, he tries to come up with some bullshit about how he needs a blue check mark so people don't accuse him of being the YouTube shooter.
What?
Yeah, exactly. Basically, it's like let me try and stack up these recently fresh dead bodies to use as a ladder for me to reach the high shelf with the blue check mark on it. That's basically what he decided to do.
Yeah, David Hogg is more respectable than that. I mean, he's walking on the bodies of the students to promote a political agenda. This guy's doing it for a blue chip.
Yeah, at least David Hogg's trying to fucking. He's trying to do it for a political agenda. This guy,
or even his own celebrity. Actually, he's doing it for his own celebrity when you think about it.
Did you see when he got the silver play button from YouTube, like the little plaque that you put on the wall, which I've actually heard is tremendously cheap the way it's made, but that's neither here nor there. It's something YouTube gives you if you reach 100,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
And he unboxes this on camera and starts fucking crying, like just weeping. And I mean, he's not like a little bit touched. It's not like, wow, I never thought my channel would be this big. Thank you to all the people who subscribed. I greatly appreciate it. It's very humbling. It wasn't like that. No, he was bawling like a little bitch with a skin knee. Like this guy is such a shitbag fame whore. Like, and he has. What are his opinions? Could you name them? He's slightly un-PC. It's that
he's a mundane. He's mundane Matt.
Yeah, no shit. It's that milquetoast just to the right of SJWism leftism. That just I almost prefer the SJWs. It's that lukewarm and I'll spit you out my mouth kind of shit. Like he stands for fucking nothing about anything. He has no insight. He has nothing. Oh, yeah, his name is so fitting. And I'm like, like I used to think this guy was okay during Gamergate. To be honest, though, I never really watched his stuff that much. But it was like, was he always this much of a faggot and I didn't notice? I think that's what it was. I think I don't think he's gotten faggier. I think he was always this much of a faggot and I didn't notice. But man, what a piece of shit he is. Oh, and he's also the same guy that's all about like, oh, these internet blood sports are uncouth, and I'm so far above that and shit like that. And then he's like, now let me just stand on these dead bodies to try and get my gay ass fucking check mark. What a shithead.
Let's see.
I gotta admit, like, because at this point I had already figured that my channel, like, I could use a backup now. I actually reached out to try and set up a blood sports because fuck it, man. I want to get me some of that sweet blood sport action, and
and you'd be perfect for it.
Yeah, because like it. I mean, I sort of did the original one with Beardson and Matt, but that I was just so shell shocked because I thought there was going to be something to purchase an actual conversation. At this point, though, I'm so disillusioned with every fucking movement I've touched that it's like I don't care if they literally start flinging poo at each other. if people are sending me super chats and it's funny and I'm laughing, fine. I don't care anymore. Like if I could do the Beardson Matt thing again, I'd let that shit go for 3 hours. Like just let it fucking ride. Like go at it, you two. I don't care. Like so Cantwell and Matt and Forney are fighting on Gab, and so I reached out to Cantwell and I'm like, would you be interested in doing an internet blood sports kind of thing with Forney? And he just messaged me back. He's like, no. I'm like, okay.
Aww.
But you know, it would have, and I'm like, that's a shame because it would have been fucking hilarious. I guess like Matt was really running his mouth about Cantwell last night on Davis' stream. I wasn't. Like I said, I have my differences with Cantwell. I don't like where he's going here lately, but I like the guy. I honestly do. I pray for the guy. But Matt was all like, "Oh fuck Cantwell, he's a dumb shit. He's gonna end up in jail again." Well, then Cantwell's on Gab again today, and he's like, "I heard Matt Forney was talking shit about me." And then Matt Forney's like, "Why don't you cry about it?" And that video of him crying, and then Cantwell's all like, "You'll be crying if I ever get my hands on you." It's like, dude, that's probably not the best idea to be threatening people right now, Cantwell. Aren't you still like gonna face trial or some shit? But whatever. I mean, it's just like I was like, so I reached out to him. I'm like, you want to go on? Like, this would be fucking great. This would be great because I don't care anymore. I don't care if it embarrasses this or that movement anymore. I don't give a shit. I don't care about it. Like the only movements I have left are have you heard of Jesus and get off my lawn.
The best kind.
Like that's it. And yeah. Oh, and by the way, the YouTube shooter, this fucking Iranian woman, right? Who, by the way, is a hardcore leftist, vegan, all sorts of bullshit like that. Mashable puts a picture of her where they lighten her skin and turn her eyes green.
I saw that.
You gotta be shitting me.
Yeah, you can't get away with that this time.
I didn't see the okay, so let me check out the Chad Nassim versus the Virgin Gonzalez because I haven't read this one yet. So Gonzalez hates guns, fat, pudgy, out of shape, loves censorship, has no OC, relies on CNN, a forced meme, no one cares, probably has cancer, lay 56, hates animals, probably eats at least 5 per day, will go down on other women, probably did anal with David Hogg, is ugly and unloved, bald, no hair. So then we got the Chad's Nassim, fit, healthy lifestyle, has infinite OC, loves animals and all of God's creatures. An infinite pool of memes that transverse cyberspace with ease will go down in history as beautiful and beloved by all. Hates degenerate anal sex, multiple cool hairstyles, 100% Aryan, hates censorship, loves guns. I gotta say, I'm having a hard time feeling sympathy for anyone that works at YouTube, dude. And immediately people are, and I mean it's a joke, obviously, but people are like immediately messaging me on Gab and Facebook and shit when that went down. Like, where's Bechtloff at? And it's like, no, I have an alibi for the full day. I can assure you.
Are you sure it wasn't your evil clone, Crystal Bechtloff?
It was woke as fuck Kirby.
He's back from the grave.
He put her up to it. Oh man.
Oh wow! I hope this picture is real.
Let me see. She's got the fucking crazy eyes. Something fierce, doesn't she? Let's see. What else did I want to talk about? Somebody says it was obviously Sam Hyde. Monday, Matt owes Zoquin a fruit basket for elevating his fame beyond his ability. Wait, no, you got to turn off that pesky ad block. What a fucking shill. It's like, look, I get it. You know, this is a job for him, and you gotta, chuck and jive. You gotta do your hustle. I get that. I respect that. Like I got my PayPal, my Patreon, and my Amazon wish list down there below. And please donate, folks. Oh, and also, I'm going to say that because I haven't had a chance to say this, and I know that the one Saturday stream got taken down and all that. I did get a chance to have some of Steve's jerky, our frequent sponsor, and it's fucking fantastic. Holy shit. So get your...
Turn off that pesky ad block. Turn off that pesky ad block. Turn off that pesky ad block.
One of the most red-pilled motherfuckers around. But yeah, I get it. You got to do the hustle. You got to shill a little bit. And I do it too. You know, I don't begrudge anyone that, but it's like there's just a way to go about it. You know what I mean?
Speaking about going about it,
cross the line. It's like his show is nothing but the shill.
Yeah. And speaking of shilling and going about it, please donate to my Patreon, folks.
Yeah, by all means. Right after you donate it to mine. But yeah, I get it. You gotta do that hustle and shit like that. That's fine. You know, it is what it is. Luke, were you with me when I was on Davis's stream and we were talking about the Catholic professor that thinks Jesus got blood on the cross?
There was a horrible note of deadness in my voice, yes.
Yeah, because I think I blocked a lot of that out of my memory. But congrats to Pastor Tom. Congrats to Pastor Tom for winning retard sex. Like you have bested me in fucking retard sex. Pastor Tom sent me an article. And I don't believe I've covered it on my channel, have I? Or any of my channels or whatever the fuck I've got going on now.
No, not yet.
Pastor Tom sent me an article, and I proceeded to read it on Davis's stream. Now, as you may know with these sort of articles, I like skim them and then decide that it's good enough and then read it aloud on air, right? I was fucking horrified by this. I had to leave the room, go upstairs, get myself a drink, like compose myself, come back downstairs. And this was sent to me by Pastor Tom. Of all of my degenerate friends, I would expect to send me to have such sights to show me. Pastor Tom's like the least among them, you know, and he knocked it out of the park with that shit.
We have such sights to show you. Holy shit! Oh, never mind.
Oh, man, I couldn't believe it. Like, holy hell, Tom.
I mean, there are accusations about Jesus being gay, but this was taking it to a whole new level.
Oh, it was. We were hitting retard sex levels that shouldn't even be possible. So I'm not going to go through the whole article because I just don't have the strength to do it a second time. But I'm going to throw it in the chat. Luke, you can bring it up on screen. Where the fuck is the chat?
Oh, on the side? Oh, wait, no, it's hidden.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I got it. haven't been on this channel, and I was wondering if things changed or something. You know, it's been so long since I've been in control of a live stream. All right,
There you go.
This is by Caleb Park over on FoxNews.com. Jesus was, quote, drag king, unquote, with, quote, queer desires, unquote, claims theology professor. A theology professor at a Catholic college is making some bizarre, some would even say blasphemous, claims about Jesus Christ that is a stir on campus. Okay,
An
so
understatement.
I don't want to go through all this because all right, so he then used Jesus' crucifixion to show the passion of Christ was really a homosexual bonding of the Father and Son. What I am suggesting, this is his quote, what I am suggesting is that when Jesus' body is being penetrated, his thoughts are on his Father. He is, in other words, imagining his passion experience as a masochistic sexual relationship with his own Father.
Is that the phrasing he used? Like, homosexual bonding of the Father and the Son.
Oh, jeez. Like, I'm not going through that whole article again.
So not only is it gay sex, it's incestuous sex. Incestuous gay sex.
Who's your daddy indeed? I'm not going through like that whole article again. I'm not doing it. I can't do it again. I can't do it again. I could barely do it the first time. And you know the fucked up shit I read on here regularly and just laughing my ass off about it, right? like I didn't have any problem getting through the Apple story. I didn't have no problem with that.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. Like, the distributors had this video where he talked about like millennial woes being that one crazy Antifa professor, and he pointed to the fact that we are most frustrated by people who are who only differ from us on details rather than completely different. Because when we're reading about the Apple things and the pornography, of course we're going to be against that because it's obviously opposed. But this guy is supposedly a professor in a Catholic school.
Yeah, it's in some ways it's like an honest whore versus a crooked preacher kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I like I said, I can't read it again. I cannot go through that again. I will not. I will not do that to myself. I do not hate myself enough to do that. But holy shit.
Indeed. Now for some more livelier stuff.
Yeah, no kidding. Let's see. What the hell?
Like some Cuphead.
Oh yeah, Cuphead. Let's do some Cuphead Let's Plays.
Any other good news or any bad news that's happened this week? Oh, but one thing we have about the shooter, we must never let the left live this down because she is the archetype of everything that they are.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, even complete with being, I don't know if she's Muslim, but she's Arab.
I think I saw a picture of her wearing a hijab. I gotta find it. Please tell me. Let me have it. Let's see.
Of course she was. Why wouldn't she be?
I had a picture of it just a second ago. Oh wait. Oh no, that's not her. Ah, rats. I could have sworn it was her. Oh, but this might be her though. Here we go.
Oh, all the kids in that school that was shot up, the Parkland school, they all have to wear the clear backpacks now, and they're all on social media bitching about it. Like, oh, boo-hoo. You know, you're trying to take away my rights, and you're worried that yours are getting stepped on? Go fuck yourself.
Speaking of which, I made a little graph that illustrate. I actually took Wikipedia has actually made very interesting. Has made the whole debate mute because while Davis was streaming Sunday, to the Young Turks were actually streaming at the same time, and Shank used the opportunity to tell us, gun control is necessary, and the militia and the gun ownership only means a regulated militia because it has to be well regulated.
Well, at least he's not using that stupid argument about they just had muskets back then.
They would have. He would have inserted if he had the time.
They didn't know there'd be other guns because all the founding fathers were too stupid to understand that technology would continue to advance.
Like a bump stock is nothing more than the advent of a spring.
Right.
You see that little blue spot that the arrow is pointing at?
Yep.
that little blue spot are all the gun-related fatalities in America, and the one way in the top above it is all the ones higher, including Honduras, the murder capital of the world. And notice the difference in gun usage, as illustrated by the orange lines. Why, it's almost as if there's no correlation between gun presence, and gun violence.
It's almost as if there's basically an inverse correlation.
I mean, the bomb countries do have variations of larger and smaller. Like America is the only country that has 101 guns to the 100 population, but all the other countries are basically in this very average length.
Yeah, but you'll notice a lot of the ones that get really, really small. It's not a perfect correlation, but there's damn near an inverse correlation.
As a matter of fact, I have a full chart that can show this fully if I could just find it in my notes. There she is. It's a little harder to read because it's a little lengthier, but here it goes. Like there's the longest orange is America, and everything else is all the other countries.
Hmm. Good old America. Guns out the ass. We have more guns than people.
Amen. Oh yeah, what was that argument that Schenk was having this whole this was before the identity of the person came out, and let's assured young Turks are never going to touch this. But it was just they're taking the opportunity to talk about guns. Like they did know that the shooter was a female, so they had to say they were going to be cautious about this idea. But they were going to say he said something to the effect of the whole usual talking points of gun control works in Japan. They have almost no gun deaths because they have almost no guns. Well, yeah, they're also a completely 99% homogenous country. Genius.
Yeah, let's take some other ideas from Japan. How about a junk Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah, like no illegal immigration, actually a very xenophobic immigration policy and almost 99% population identity. An actual ethno-state policy.
Yeah, when people are like, "Oh, how would you have an ethno-state?" I'm like, well, I mean, there are examples of that in the real world. Japan and Israel come to mind. Oh, damn it! I just realized my mic's not plugged in. Fuck! I guess I'm using a laptop mic.
Oh, I can hear you just fine. I can hear you just fine.
Yeah.
Well, I've been hearing you just fine, so everyone else should have been.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother trying to plug it in. I got to remember that for next time.
Let's see.
So he says, I love my AR-15. I've been meaning to get one. Just I don't have the money for that right now. I'm going to save up money for something else.
By any chance, you know a guy named Ryan Hazley or Ryan Dawson?
Name sounds familiar. But
yeah, Warski Live is doing a good conversation with them right now.
Oh.
In fact, they just had a live stream where they had the IQ challenge, AI, and debate of adult films. Oh, the debate on adult films.
So they had the Apple girl on there?
No, unless it was only Warski and JF.
Oh. I think Warski gave up porn recently.
Good for him.
Yeah, it's still bad for you. Next thing you know, you're puking up apples.
Oh, speaking of fun things I've seen recently, have you heard of Nomad of Nowhere?
No, I can't say I have.
It's basically, someone described it as a child's version of Trigun, and it's really fun.
Huh.
Like there's this horrible menacing poster of him lying around, and so when the character, like the main protagonist, first meets him, he holds the poster up to him like, "Could you look a little more menacing for me for a minute?" Yeah, that's not him. But apparently it's like a whole Western world, but he has the ability to bring small objects to life by clapping his hands.
Let's see.
There he is.
Yeah, I had never heard of that.
Well, it's only on like it's a stream channel called Rooster Teeth.
I've heard of Rooster Teeth, but I haven't really.
But I guess this is their newest show. It's only had 3 episodes so far, and they have a new episode on Saturdays. And that's the one post they have in comparison to what he actually is. Anywho, shooting. Monday, Matt. What else happened in the past couple days?
Old Monday, Matt.
Oh, yeah. And I know we're not going into the political, but Trump is apparently playing the left again by denouncing the DACA and NAFTA and basically playing the left side. See, you're not helping with DACA, so I'm going to drop it. Again. And same with NAFTA. You're not helping with NAFTA, so I'm going to drop it. And bringing military presence to the border because of the invasion that's happening down there.
Oh, yeah, that fucking caravan coming in from, what was it, Honduras? Somewhere even south of Mexico was basically just planning on marching across the border. And Trump's just sending the fucking troops down there. And I mean, I've said that from the get-go. Trump, he doesn't require Congress's help to build that wall. He can send the fucking troops down there, and hey, while they're down there, maybe they throw a brick on top of another brick. I mean, yeah, he doesn't. He's just going to circumvent it. It looks like.
Let's see. Drudge Report has some interesting multiple links on our apparently YouTube shooter. Hopefully, an advertisement doesn't play out here. Let's see. YouTube shooting. Nassam Aji's father says he called police concerned about her anger at company.
Well, I'm not fond of him either.
This is the best picture they could find of her, I guess.
Somebody just put on Gab. Today we remember Maya Angelou, who was born on this day in 1928, and they have a picture of the black woman from Law and Order.
Oh yeah, Google is glad to promote her, but not Easter. In fact, it's actually a video. Let me see if I can get this going. I think they have some sort of video playing in the Google chat.
Yeah, they didn't do nothing for Easter. And they used to do shit like that for Easter and Christmas and Christmas. I mean, they used to do shit like that for basically every holiday. And now they just purposely don't do Christian holidays.
I noticed that, again, the poster, like the little image you showed, I noticed that all the holidays had a little something in common.
Well, yeah. There's that.
So this is what's on Google right now. Let's see what it does.
Still I rise. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust, I'll rise.
That is probably the best thing she ever wrote. And it's
why are you beset with gloom? Just 'cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room.
Yeah,
just like moons and like sun.
Like I don't. Yeah, that is probably. I mean, that's her most famous poem, and it's probably her best one by a wide margin, and it's meh at best.
Come on, I can't skip ahead, so you can't see what the ending is.
The ending is a white chick puking up apples on a big black dick.
Forever. Oh yeah, she was at. Oh yeah, in I saw the screen of Wrinkle in Time, and at the end they gave a list of all the great heroes that they previously raised, and among them were Maya Angelou and Nelson Mandela.
Because of course,
they are great warriors of light, especially when you consider necklacing.
Yeah, nothing's quite as heroic as necklacing. Jeez.
That's just so. I mean, the whole production was bad. I mean, it's a perfect example of how they. I mean, I'm just speaking out of frustration because the movie I grew up with. My mother actually read the book to me from beginning to end, and so I have very fond memories of it. And Disney, this is an example of Disney not knowing what the heck they're doing with a property that actually has magic in the title. Like in the very cover of the book, there's this very like centaur-like creature with these massive wings and this like terrifying face, and that's actually the real appearance of the heroes because the heroes actually take on human form to hide themselves amongst humans. But for some reason, they remake her into a flying leaf creature.
I don't know what's up with modern Disney, man. Yeah, fuck modern Disney.
Let's get some fun images of Taylor Swift and Kim Possible up in here.
There we go. Oh, you play some Cuphead.
A bit closer to heaven. Although it's more of a Muslim-like heaven.
The old 72 virgins. It turns out, though, it's just a bunch of guys playing Magic the Gathering.
Oh,
that's their 72 virgins.
Oh, what was that? Was there like a Simpsons joke where they had like the 70? Where are my 72 virgins? Oh yeah, there they are, and they're like morbidly ugly, like they're the women who couldn't get a man.
It was some Family Guy bit where it was like, you're 72 virgins, and it's a bunch of like nerds in like Star Trek outfits, and they're like, "We're playing Magic the Gathering."
No.
Oh man. I missed the super chats. Missed it. I need that monies.
Gotta have that monies.
Need them ducats. I need you to turn off that pesky ad block.
Or enable our ads. Go to our Patreons and enable us our ads.
Turn off that pesky ad block. What else? There was other shit going on I wanted to talk about. I know there was some funny shit in the Bloodsport stuff lately. Medicare did a couple Kurt Eichenwald videos. They were pretty good.
Oh yes, apparently, yeah. Although honestly, they're not my favorite topics because I like it when he actually addresses people I actually know or care about. I mean, I know there's been complaints on other streams that he doesn't hit like really low hanging fruit, but Eichenwald's like a lower of the lower hanging fruit, honestly.
It's still good because it's like I was familiar with him, and I've hated that fucker since he sued that guy for sending him a gift. And I remember actually watching the Tucker Carlson thing when it was happening. Like, wow.
I mean, it is pretty bad when you find out. Wait, he actually paid him to get involved in this prostitution website, so that's kind of unethical.
I mean, look, I don't know. Nobody actually knows, but it looks like he might have actually been really involved with it and just sold his buddies out for, to cover his own ass or something. I mean, it looks like this guy might have been fucking kids.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't know for sure, but as the diversity in comics guy said, I wouldn't, if he was my cousin, I'd invite him to the family reunion, but I'd keep my eye on him.
Keep him nowhere near the kids' table.
Yeah. Like, I'm not saying there's tons of evidence there, but there's nothing. You go to retard sex article. I'll have to find one for Saturday. Huh. The hell? The lava dome. Somebody sent me this. A photo of fiery bubble that stretches 65 feet in the air stuns the internet. I don't know how the fuck this works. Throw it in the chat so you can throw up a picture of it. Huh. Okay, nature's weird. Here's the actual article. Just like a Yahoo preview thing. Checking my mail and I saw it there. Let's see if we got anything else in the chat. So he says free Bechtloff. Thank you. Good old Kim Possible. I wonder if they ever put that out on DVD. Like the whole show in one chunk.
I saw it all on YouTube when it was still around without restrictions.
Because I've never actually seen like the last season.
Oh yeah, the last season after you saw the one with where they actually could hook up at the end.
Yeah, I saw the one where it was like I think the prom or some shit, and they got together.
Yeah, and the whole last season is them working out their relationship. Not just actually the relationship is kind of fixed because it's kind of been building up the last for previous episodes, and it's just like everything leading up. Like the biggest conflict at that point, emotional conflict, is actually getting out of high school and wondering what they're going to do with the rest of their lives. Oh, Bechtloff, you'll like this one.
There we go. I gotta get Cuphead, man. Looks fucking fantastic.
The animation alone is fun. And it's challenging as crazy, even on the normal level.
It's the Dark Souls of...
Well, in Dark Souls, you're expected to... The dying is actually initiates the title sequence. This one, you just die like normally, and you go try again.
Yeah, I wish this shit would be available on the Switch. I gotta do one of the fucking Divine Beasts in Breath of the Wild. Like, I gotta stop fucking around and get to that. I've just been doing so much fucking side shit. Like I bought a house in Breath of the Wild.
Ah.
Oh, and just yesterday I realized, like, why don't I... Like, I have fucking amiibos and I've never used them in Breath of the Wild. So I wanted to see what amiibos did, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you have any kind of Zelda amiibo, it'll give, like, you activate it and then it just drops a bunch of goodies at a random spot that you pick. Like, you know, you pick the spot where it drops and it just drops a bunch of goodies, just bits of food or whatever. If it's a Zelda amiibo, it'll also give you a treasure chest, which might have like a gem in it or a weapon or something like that. But if it's any other kind of amiibo, it just gives you a few goodies. And you can use them once a day, not in-game day, like once an actual day. And then I also, like, I heard, because I've been trying to take down a Lionel, right? Because I actually have a side mission where I need a Lionel hoof, like one of the monster parts from him, to finish the scavenger hunt. And God, that Tay gif is distracting. But anyways, I have not managed to take down a Lionel yet. It's the only enemy in the game that I haven't taken down. I mean, I've taken down fucking Guardians, you know, the big Cyclops guys and shit like that, no problem. But Lionels their AI is really good, and they are tough as fucking balls. So I heard if you hit a Lionel with an ancient arrow, which I have a few of, and I've activated the one lab where you can make them. If you hit a Lionel with an ancient arrow, that's a one-shot kill. And I thought, well, hot damn. So I went to the Colosseum ruins where I know the one Lionel is, and I just went right up to the motherfucker and was like, when you get to hell, you tell him Bechtloff sent you. But when you hit him with the ancient arrow, it completely disintegrates the body, so you don't get any weapons or monster parts from it.
Aww.
So I can kill a Lionel now if I need to, but not in the way that I need to.
So the only alternative is to just hit him at a distance and maybe kill him?
Nope. That is not... You can't do that. That's the thing. again, their AI, they're too fucking good. You can't do anything sneaky or cheap with them. If you try to range attack these fuckers, like if you try to drop a bomb near them, like most other enemies are stupid and they go right up to the bomb. Not Lionel's. They'll jump back and like blow fire at it. And if you hit them with, I mean, you can hit them with arrows from distance, but once they know you're there, they'll shoot an arrow up in the air and that fucker will hit you wherever you are. Like you have to be running to avoid it. It's like a heat-seeking fucking missile. Like they don't even have to see you to know exactly where you are to do it, which I think that's some cheap shit right there.
That actually reminds me of a monster from Turok 2. Apparently in Turok 2, there are these monsters that are supposedly blind, yet they have the ability to shoot at you from a distance.
Let's see. Somebody says they're pretty quick. My main complaint with Breath of the Wild is the beasts as dungeons. My favorite part of the other Zeldas are good dungeons, stone towers, handship, etc. Well, I mean, basically the shrines act as mini dungeons, and I mean, there's what, like 200 of them in the game or some shit like that. I don't know, man. I don't think the enemy variety is good enough in Breath of the Wild. In some ways, it's not worse than other Zelda games. It's just this is such a huge world that it feels really samey really fast. I mean, the Great Plateau alone is probably the same size as all of Ocarina of Time. Like, at least if you took out the dungeons, it would be. Like all of Ocarina of Time, you know, the fucking Death Mountain, the village, the Hyrule Field, the woods, the castle, you know, down at the lake, all that shit. You could probably overlay the entirety of that on top of the Great Plateau. And I mean, that's just the tutorial level. The Great Plateau is like, maybe it's 10% of the fucking total, you know, world map, if that. You know, it's the smallest area that a tower will illuminate. Like when you activate a tower, it like shows the whole thing on the map, you know. And the Great Plateau is like the smallest of those sections.
I wonder if what's his name, Game Theorist has actually made estimates on the size, because he's spent so much time estimating the size of rupees. You think he estimated the size of the game?
Well, I discovered a channel, Zeltic or something like that. It's a guy who seems to only have Zelda videos. I discovered a few of his videos. They're all right. He actually did a video where he showed that the ruins on the Great Plateau they line up almost perfectly with Hyrule Castle Town from Ocarina of Time. But anyways, Game Theorist did a video where they argue which timeline Breath of the Wild is in. And they argue it's in the Fallen Hero timeline, like it takes place after the original Zelda game, which is actually towards the end of one of those timelines. And the reason he argues this, and this is just typical of how lazy Game Theorist's reasoning is, one of the outfits you can get for Link is basically his outfit from the first game, complete with the yellow band on his green hat. And just kind of coincidentally, that yellow band on the green hat only appears in games in the Fallen Hero timeline. Now, part of that's because it appeared in the early games, and most of the early games are in the Fallen Hero timeline. There's 3 Zelda timelines, by the way, folks, just so you know. The Zelda timeline breaks into 3 around Ocarina of Time. There's the adult timeline, there's the kid timeline, and then there's a timeline where Link is killed trying to defeat Ganon. But yeah,
Oh, wow.
Lionel's oh, go ahead.
I found this map comparing the game sizes, or roughly speaking. I'm not sure if this is like Hyrule. Like they compare Ocarina of Time to places like Skyrim and Twilight Princess. Let's see if this picture will show up. Open. Ah, here we go. There. This little map right here is supposedly Ocarina of Time. This one over here is Twilight Princess, and I'm not sure if this is supposed to be Breath of the Wild, but this is supposedly Skyrim over here.
I think that's Breath of the Wild. That looks like Breath of the Wild.
Oh wow, that is big.
Yeah, and I'm right. If that's Ocarina of Time, probably could fit entirely on the Great Plateau. I mean, it's an odd shape. Like the Great Plateau is mostly circular. I mean, it's an uneven shape, but it's almost a circle kind of thing.
Is it mostly
it's a little
in the
blob?
Is it like a north south, or like where?
No, it's kind of closer to south, and where that square is looks about where it's at.
All right.
So yeah, you could probably fit the entirety of Ocarina of Time on that.
You could, if you just twist that area around. It would fit all in there. Wow, that's impressive.
I'll probably go ahead and wrap this up. I think we've gone on for a while here. And this was mostly, I just wanted to do a test stream to make sure everything worked on this channel. You never know with fucking Google. All right, folks. So I'm going to try and get the word out because I can't do it on my channel, unfortunately. But I'm going to try and get the word out that this is where you go for the show now. I've posted it on Gab. I posted it on Facebook. I posted it on the Patreon page. I would invite all of you to please pass it along as well. This is going to be where the Saturday show is for the next few months at least. If you enjoy the content I put out, consider supporting the show with the Patreon, the PayPal, the Amazon wishlist. And also make sure you go subscribe to Luke's channel. He needs more subscribers. All right, so that's about all we got for tonight, folks. I want to thank you all for listening. Bechtloff out.